Yeah.
I'm curious as to the reason behind that.
I'm deciding which, how I want to weigh it.
I
Cleric
don't
versus sorceress.
exactly remember
Sorcerer.
where we left off. But
Oh, we were at the top of the lighthouse and
We
light
just all
shined
had
our
a
eyes.
vision.
And we're like,
And then he may or may not have sent all of his emails with our visions in it.
Yes, so I
Okay.
just emailed
Oh, you did?
pieces of our
stuff,
visions.
so check your email.
Awesome.
Because I know I got one, but I don't know if everyone else got one.
I actually wrote
I read your
a
the
vision.
stuff
Did
that you wrote. Yeah,
What'd you think?
It was really good.
Okay. I don't know
Okay.
when you can put it in.
We'll work it in.
Okay.
It was
Cool.
really good.
Because I hadn't written a blog in ever since this pain started, and I'm like, I'm feeling creative. I want to do something, so I did.
Okay. Well, I don't see Jared. We're gonna give him 3 minutes. Then
oh, I should
I like
hop onto
that.
Discord. Silly goose, Cameron Hine.
Oh, this is true.
Is it the lobby channel or the gaming channel, or is it one you have to
there's a
invite to?
DKTV channel.
okay.
I should have invited you to. I think I can invite you to it now. That you are a friend.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I thought there was another one, but I'm not seeing it.
Hang on a second. Oh shoot! What's your Discord ID?
I think it's just Black Raz.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Here, I'll send you a quick message.
I found you.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Does anybody know where the individual
Okay,
volume controls
you have an
are?
invite to it now, so you should be able to see it under the gaming voice channel.
Oh, weird. I'm pressing on it, but nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, a wizard hat with no brim. That's not a wizard. That's a gnome. Shen is my favorite. That's the thing.
Hmm. This is nice.
Yeah, it's not letting me join for some reason with that link you sent.
Just join the gaming one then, and I'll drag, or the lobby, that's fine, I'll drag you over. How do I add you permanently though? I think in the past I've just sent
Right.
invites.
We're good? Okay, good.
I messed around on Mid-Journey a couple weeks ago though, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, it's so
Nice like that.
fantastic.
Yeah.
This is my first foray into Discord on my phone, so.
Am I far enough in the camera this time around?
Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, you guys are great.
Nice.
I'm a little
Let me get on roll
too close to
22.
the camera. There we go. I think the tables got moved. I think that's the problem with my camera. Yeah.
It feels like it.
I think they're farther over that way this time. I had to like recenter my camera and everything. Okay.
Oh yeah, what's the next book coming out for D&D? It's like big old dragon looking thing.
Oh, I wasn't aware of it.
When's the Dragonlance books coming out?
Oh, that's what it is, yeah.
Dragonlance?
Thumbs up. That's good.
We'll see how well they do that. They keep promoting it as a world at war. And that's never actually what Dragonlance was for me, so we'll see if that's
True.
Is it a setting book or
a setting book. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I don't see Jared yet, so. But we'll go live anyway. I have, he and I have talked about his character doing stuff soon anyway. So
Oh,
we're good.
okay.
Oh, cool.
What does that mean?
It means that I can fake it for him tonight.
Oh, got it. I was scared about suddenly Kelvin was going to become the big bad evil guy or something. Yeah.
That's kind of in line with him though, you know.
No, he loves Sully. He would never do that to us.
That's what he wants you to think.
This
How
whole
dare.
time.
All right, welcome everybody.
Oh,
We're live.
We've been live for a minute.
Yeah,
Oh.
a good minute.
Kelvin, I love you.
Please don't kill us.
Let's see how things are going and make sure our audio's working.
D&D Beyond on a phone is, but I'm one for huge computer screens. So.
Yeah, phones are not going to be good today.
No, but I'm one for huge computer screens. I am
phones are not gonna be good.
desperate need for long
There we
rest.
go.
Oh,
I think we all are.
Yep.
I'm doing okay.
Desperate need for what?
Long rest.
I'm a rogue boo.
You can be on guard. No, just kidding.
I'm
You
just
got
fine.
it.
We'll see what we can work out with.
I've been resting in this tower for a week.
I know.
Used to it.
I'm still Bert. I am completely out of ammo.
I don't have any ammo to use. I'm just.
That's true.
That's all I
I'm looking into
Let me
that.
just-
I can't do
Message.
the cool things that you guys do, but also I can't do the cool things you guys do. So it's like a
It's a good trade-off.
yeah.
But it's so much damage.
Perks of not being a spellcaster.
Is it ever a perk to not be a spellcaster though? I mean,
I mean,
let's
when you
be
just
real.
simply roll tons of dice for damage and that's it.
I guess that's kind of fun.
I was thinking it could be fun to take like a couple points in Paladin as a rogue, just to Divine Smite occasionally.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Sneaky smite.
Yeah, exactly. Just out of nowhere, stab with some divine power behind it.
Make critical hits broken.
Yeah, exactly. When you crit double all of the dice.
I need to look up how to do that.
You just roll a 20. Like 4
Is
times.
there like crit fishing that you can?
Yeah, yeah.
like,
So you have to do is you
every
hold
time
the
to
dice.
19 or 20.
You ever seen Travis Willingham roll a uncritical roll?
Yeah.
It's like the
The little spells. No, I haven't actually.
that was a 5, so I am still learning.
Yeah, yeah.
That's better than the way we used to role playing D6 Star Wars, where you end up rolling a lot of D6s, and we would roll them one at a time. We'd go, we'd look at it, and if it was a 1, we'd roll the next one, purposely hitting it.
Oh.
And try and,
Until
like-
they're all still. Rolls in the air.
That's great. Oh my
Even
god.
if the roll
I
is
got
in
pretty
the
good
air.
at being able to just bounce it. Like, oh, now it's a 5. There we go.
Wow, I'm doing that.
You're a genius.
Yeah.
Next time I roll for sneak attack damage, Ryan, just as a heads up, it might take me a little longer than usual.
It's just a little bit
And
longer.
this is why some people I met require dice towers.
Exactly.
Dice tower? Nah, Yahtzee board. Like
So that was our junior high strategy for making sure
That
we always
sounds
hit.
like a junior high strategy now that you say that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that so much.
Nowadays with my kids, I make them roll damage and attack at the same time, and that speeds things up a
Oh.
ton.
Good idea.
So gather up all your dice, roll it all. If you hit, the damage is already right there. If you
Nice.
miss, then no.
Do you
harm.
also, if they crit, you just double what they already rolled rather than having them
If
roll
the-
additional dice?
No, I have them roll again, but
Okay.
then they can just pick up what's there and just roll it again,
Nice.
so they don't have to gather it all up again.
Because I know some people say that's a little faster. If you just say, okay, you rolled 13 for damage, we'll just double it since you crit.
Oh, heck no.
That used to be
Give me
the-
my dice.
That used to be the way.
Let me hear the clicky clack.
Right.
So yeah. Anyway, that's in case you're looking to speed up your game. There you go.
There
Roll
we
the damage
go.
and the attacks at the same time.
Ryan, tip of the day.
My tip of the day.
Tip of the day to you, Ryan. From you, Ryan.
Okay, we're still waiting for Jared to jump on, and if he does, then great. For now, we'll just put up Toy's icon, which is a little ranger shooting himself in the head.
Yep.
What?
That is a level 1 archer. Still figuring out how to use a bow, which is adorable.
It's kind of apropos. So we'll see how that goes.
Where's this icon coming from?
Oh, it's in Discord.
Oh.
He's one of the characters in my children's book I'm making.
Oh, he's awesome. That's awesome.
It's fun.
Cool.
Oh, that's so sad.
You'll shoot
It's
your
kind of like
eye out.
like looking down the barrel of a gun, but even dumber.
Staring down the barrel of a gun.
All right. Oh, welcome, chat. Oh, there's my all caps. Oops.
Did you just type a message in all caps and send it?
I typed the first 2 letters in caps
Oh.
and then sent it. So
Okay.
it's we welcome.
Nice.
And there we go. All right. Well, yeah. If Jared jumps on, I'll let you guys know when I hear him.
Nice.
In the meantime, we'll get started. My name is Ryan. I'm the host and DM of Dragon's Keep TV, and we're here to play some D&D tonight. And sorry we missed you last week. I was sick, and that happens sometimes, and it sucks. But the important part is to play again as soon as possible. Otherwise, the whole group falls apart. And you never get back together again. So if you go more than 2 weeks, it's a toss-up then.
Yeah.
On whether or not you'll ever see those people again in your life.
It is kind of crazy.
All right. I've been playing D&D so long that I have a foolproof strategy for always finding a good group to play with. And it starts with finding other married people who also like D&D, and then having kids at the same time so that their kids, your kids and their kids, just want to hang out together. And then you have to get together every week anyway. And that can keep a game going every week for about 15 years.
That's amazing.
So-
And
Fun.
then spouses can help watch the kids and stuff.
Oh, they play. Actually, our
Oh,
spouses
they
play too.
they play too? Oh, you just let the kids run
We're just
rampant?
gonna pot it off on them.
It's
That's
a
great.
funny
That's
story.
nice.
Like my wife's friends at work wanted to play D&D, wanted to play a role playing game, and my wife was telling them about some games we'd played when we were in high school and stuff. And so I said, yeah, I'll run a game for them. And her work friend invited her sister and her sister's husband to play, to fill out the party.
Nice.
And after the first couple sessions, first 3 sessions, we played like 3 sessions. And then her friend from work was like, so how do you win the game? Like, how is it?
How dare!
And we're like,
That's the neat
it
part,
doesn't-
you
yeah,
don't.
you just kind of keep leveling up and stuff.
It's like escalator land. When do we get to the ride? This is the ride.
And so they eventually just like, well, we could do something different. But her sister and her sister's husband were like, we really like this. And so we kept playing with them on the side and kept the campaign going. And then, like I said, we had our oldest kid, and then a year later they had their oldest kid, and then we had another kid, then they had another kid. And they were just close enough in age that we kept getting together so they could play and have play dates. And while we played board games and D&D. and
Brilliant.
stuff.
Brilliant.
That's awesome.
So try that strategy, and let me know if it works for you too.
It might only take 20 years.
Actually, there's some time commitment and some money commitment. I mean, you have to have a wedding,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. You have to have children.
and you got to have kids. But there you go. Eventually, though, your kids get old enough they can play with you. And that's fun
Yeah.
too.
And you can pay for their college.
Yeah, it's expensive, but I did the math, and it's less expensive than like playing Warhammer.
Yeah.
So
This is true.
I'm gonna need some time to accept that.
You look at prices on 40K combat patrols and come back and let me know if
Okay.
it's more or less expensive than having a kid.
I think it's why I've never played. Which
All
is
right.
sad.
That's why I never got into Magic the Gathering.
Now, also
Or
cheaper than a
never-
Magic the Gathering
Yeah.
happened here too.
It's my
Holy
fears.
crap. All right, let's go around the table. We're starting in order. We'll go with Troy. Tell us who you are and what you're doing.
Awesome. Hey, I'm Troy. I've been playing D&D for, I think, maybe a year and a half, but it's going pretty good so far. Playing Jin, the half-kind, half-dragon sorcerer, newly cleric, and I need a long rest. That's about it.
Well, hopefully you get one soon.
I know.
I wish I knew.
We'll see.
I will put myself to sleep.
All right, Mark, tell us who you are.
Oh, wait.
Mark, I've been playing D&D since a long time ago. It's been long enough that it's embarrassing to say, so we'll just skip that part. I am playing Eddie, the trickster cleric, and he's looking forward to figuring out why Sithragas just keeps going to the top of this tower, because he is not sure exactly, so we'll figure it out.
We're about to.
Whether we like it or not.
All right. Josh and Cameron, you guys can actually slide that way half a sketch. And there you go, you're perfect.
That was pretty well synchronized.
Yeah, it was.
Good. We're tight.
Go for it, Josh. You're up.
All right, I'm Joshua. I've been playing D&D about as long as Troy has, so year and a half-ish. And I am playing as Silmire, Life Domain Cleric, because I wanted to try out the Cleric class, and I've never done it before, so.
It is fun.
Class.
And then I didn't realize everybody else is playing a cleric here. But hey, it's cool.
It's because it's such a great class.
Yeah,
it's
obviously.
so versatile.
Totally. Yeah.
Between the clerics and a ranger, it does make it really hard to actually put you guys down for good.
Yeah,
So,
We just,
but that's great. I can throw, but it just means I can throw a dragon at you.
that's right.
That's true. And
we just need what a
Makes it more
grave
fun.
domain so they can.
Wait, that's their fault?
distance.
Yeah, pretty much.
Guys.
What's it called?
It's your fault we're getting dragons. Sully isn't spec for a dragon.
All right.
Spare the dying at distance. That's what it is. That's what grave.
Good idea.
Grave cleric
Grave
does.
is good.
Yeah,
Grave
yeah.
is so good.
All right, Cameron.
Hi, I'm Cameron. I don't know if I just missed the memo, but I am not a clerical figure.
Yet.
No.
You still have 13 levels.
I don't think Sully has the
This is the urge to the
inclination or
light.
wisdom to ever step into a
Oh.
clerical aspect. That's right. I am playing Sully. He's a little forest gnome rogue. He likes long walks through the forest and the woods and talking to squirrels and whistling at birds, and he likes stews, but he prefers rabbit stews to like beef stew or venison, because he really likes rabbits. It's all he ever had growing up. He will not eat turkey or chicken or any other kind of bird. And
I didn't know that about Sully.
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
and he only uses wooden cutlery.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
And he likes chocolate milk, right?
No, that's me.
Oh, that's you.
That's me, yes. I don't think Sully's ever had the opportunity to drink milk from one of them Jersey cows.
You'd have to
but-
find a chocolate cow.
Yeah.
That's true.
but,
We're going to a new land. It's a new opportunity.
can we find a Jersey cow?
What Jersey cow?
There are some fun, exciting things in this new land. Some of them are hairless.
Where did we
They are.
lose?
Totally tubular.
I lost the. For some reason, Roll20 took all of our character icons off.
Oh no.
So I'm just putting them back on the map. Like they're off all of my maps. I don't know what happened. That was
Sorry.
weird.
But
But I'm putting them back on, and they're going on. So
Updates are fun.
yeah, it's weird. In the meantime, we also have with us Kelvin, who's normally played by Jared. He is not connecting today. Sometimes that's hard for him because he lives in the Philippines.
respectable.
And that's what happens.
I didn't realize he lived there.
Yes, he
I
runs
thought he was
a.
just temporarily there or something.
No, he's helping run a company in the Philippines and
Yeah.
was here for a while and then moved back.
I think
Unexpectedly, but-
temporarily for the next 5 years.
Something like that. They're paying him enough money to do that. Then
Yeah, that's amazing.
go for it.
I'd move to the Philippines if I got paid enough.
I guess I would too, actually. I'm for sale. It's true. I lost Suthraga's icon, though. That's the
That's
one
okay,
I'm
we
looking
don't
for. And just as you're looking forward and to let everybody else know who's watching, you can play with us too. All of these people I found, well, Mark I knew before, but everybody else I found online, or they found us. And if you are interested in playing D&D here at Orem, Dragon's Keep, you send us an email at dragonskeeptv@gmail.com. You can join us just like Joshua did, just like Mike is going to be in with us next week and the week after. Although I think we lose Mark for one of those weeks, right?
Actually,
Is it next week or is it the...
it's well, it depends on how bad this storm in Florida gets.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's where we're headed.
Oh,
Gotcha.
So we're actually trying to decide tonight. In fact, if you see me texting on my phone, it's most likely to my wife about what we're going to do about our flight on Wednesday.
Shoot.
Should be done.
Sorry.
Should be
Yeah.
not done.
Exactly.
There we go. Yeah, Florida is looking in pretty bad shape.
Yes.
For sure.
So good luck with that. Okay, well, hopefully it clears up.
The domain of light, Chanti,
Or Shanti.
the god of sunrises.
Hey folks, we're back. We're having some connection problems. Sorry about
I
that.
hope they didn't hear that.
What did you say?
I was nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you saying embarrassing things over there?
Everything I say is embarrassing.
All right.
Only on Tuesdays.
Monday nights.
I guess here's the question. Do one of you guys want to rotate over to that chair, or are we just kill that for now. We'll just kill it. It's fine.
Okay.
We won't worry about it.
That works.
We're close,
We're fine.
literally.
We're
all
good.
fine.
We're pals.
Okay. Looks like Jared's out for tonight. We're just going to keep on playing, and we can get started now. If you were watching before and saw the intro stuff, then great. If you weren't, then go back and find it on YouTube. When I upload this later, I'll have to tag all that stuff in. But that's fine. Okay. Welcome to Dragon's Keep TV. Let's get started. Previously on Dragon's Keep TV, you guys were on top of a tower. And let's just...
Oh yeah, and Jin is still on the first floor, freaking out about why things are
that's
lighting
right.
up.
What's Jin doing down on the first floor?
But resting. But at the same time,
He's gonna eat it.
I forgot.
I have a
Jin's down
psychic
on the
link
first floor.
to him still.
right.
So this vision can
Okay, well,
I'd
let's...
be happy to spread my trauma down to Jen. I'm happy to do that.
Jin, you... I was planning on... I forgot that you were on the first floor.
Yeah, sorry about
But
that.
I was planning on this extending over a longer period of time. So there's plenty of time for you to hike up
This is true.
to the 40th floor or whatever I decided. However tall this was. It
How
was
old are
tall.
you, Jen?
70.
Okay.
It'll be a while. All the while, I'm seeing things.
As you get up there,
Into the
you see that the light at the top of this lighthouse tower has been turned on, and as it spins and comes around, it catches you full in the face, and you fall into a deep vision. There you go. Now you're with everybody.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Dun 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 dun.
Everyone was already dead.
Come up and we're all just on the ground, bleeding out.
What's going on?
There's worse ways to go.
We all look
Light
like,
at a lighthouse.
we all look like podlings staring into the dark crystal.
It's actually a lot like that.
Yep.
You can choose. Are you on the floor? Did you fall over? Are you frozen, standing where you are?
The ladder.
I'm probably standing, because this isn't my first rodeo with visions, but
This is Sully's second, and he hates them.
yeah.
He does
I am
not
of
hate them,
hates
you're right.
life and light, so I'm used to that.
Okay.
Sully's on the ground rocking back and forth.
Yep.
Here is the... I'll just read it to you. And I'll put it up on the stream so people can read along too. You zoom across the landscape of the valley of Acroa. Your journey begins deep in a cave. A pinprick of light ahead of you grows and grows, and you quickly find yourself bursting out into the sunlight. You can see a large body of water ahead of you, and a mountain range to your right that is covered in snowy peaks. The scenery rushes by, blended together like watercolors. You pass by a dark forest over wavy plains of grain. As you fly, you notice 3 beams of light shooting up into the sky like beacons. One on top of a mountain. Sorry, I said 3. 4 beams of light shooting up into the sky like beacons. One on top of a mountain, one in the middle of the sea, one from the edge of the swamp and the plains, and one deep in the forest. Then you head up a canyon. Ahead of you, you see a dark wall, the Harbinger's Hammer, 1,000 feet tall and spanning from steep canyon wall to steep canyon wall. Gathered at the wall are 1,000 warriors. They fight with their eyes to the sky, shooting arrows and ballista up into the air. Occasionally their long harpoons connect, and they bring down a great dragon. More often than not, you see a pillar of fire rain down from the sky, exploding onto the top of the wall and sending soldiers flying.
Dislike.
Darkness follows over you, a great shadow of beating wings. The soldiers scream in fear as the sun itself is blocked out, and there's no escape. The vision then continues for some of you, and I've emailed all of you different things. As you finish, you wake up, and Sully wakes up first as you feel a rough, wet tongue licking your face.
That's so cute.
Hopefully it's a friendly rough wet tongue.
Is it Marty?
It is,
Thank
Marty.
goodness. I'll wrap my arms around him and just... oh, thanks, buddy. Thank you. What's everyone else doing? As I wipe my eyes and I look around.
Remind me, who again is Marty?
He's my mountain lion.
Oh.
He's a good boy.
Just true. I probably just shake it off as much as I can and look west, actually.
Okay.
And I assume I see nothing compared to what I just saw in my vision, but a feeling something might be headed that way too.
To the west, as you look out of, so you just came up the stairs over here in the corner.
Yeah.
The rest of you were kind of, let's see, Eddie and Suthraga were kind of fighting over these pipes and controls that were
Right.
in the thing here. Where else was everybody else at? Let's move you around to different places.
Yeah, I was trying to stop Suthraga. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if I remember right, Kelvin didn't like the idea either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone else does seem to be stirring out of it at this moment as well, or are they still?
You wake up first, and you see everybody else just kind of staring into the beam. It has been much longer than you would have expected, though, as you see sunlight coming in through the tower windows. And so you don't know exactly how long you've been up there.
Oh gosh.
But it was starting to get dark when we got up there, right?
It was nighttime
and now
when
it's
you were up
starting to
there.
be morning.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
wow.
I remember-
It's full day.
We
at this
need-
point.
No.
He
And that
Suthraga
doesn't
wanted
count
to
as
get
a
up
full
there.
rest.
Depends on how troubling was your dream, was your vision.
So what Marty wants to do is immediately run over to his friends to try to wake them up. But first, he just looks to the southwest to see if there are any beams of light visible, like we saw in the vision.
Oh, you look out across the valley, and the lights that you saw in your dream are not yet lit.
Okay. He'll just talk to himself for a bit, then remember the experience he had in his most recent vision, and it'll run to whoever is closest, which looks like is... he's going to run over to Jin real fast and try and shake him out of his
You're
wig.
pointing that, I think,
Okay.
is my
Yeah.
icon.
Yeah, I know that's... Yeah, I think I'm closer to Jin.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run over to
You
Jin.
know him better anyways.
Jin kind of snaps out of it and... Are you okay?
Never better! Run over to Eddie.
It's not okay.
What's Suthraga doing?
Suthraga is
Not that I know yet, because I'm still unconscious.
Suthraga is next to you and just kind of leaning back against this this control, these pipes and this stuff in this box, and is just resting peacefully. He looks very content and peaceful.
Awake?
At this point.
Cognitive?
More like he's meditating, but not awake. Yeah,
Okay.
but his eyes are open, staring into the
I was going to say...
Eddie!
into the.
Eddie!
Yeah.
Eddie! Eddie!
yeah.
Oh, you're alive!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness, I'm so glad
did
you're
you
alive.
see that too?
Yeah, I think so.
What did you see?
You were dying?
I don't think I was. I thought I was dreaming. What time is it?
Oh, it was
Did
just
we go to
out there.
sleep?
I kind of look down at my robe, and do I sense that it has been recharged?
Yes.
Okay.
Next is Kelvin.
It's been longer
Just
than a day.
snap him awake if he wakes up.
Okay. He does. He immediately reaches over and grabs at the knobs,
wheels?
the
Yeah.
wheels that Suthraga was turning, and spins it closed,
Okay.
shutting off the fuel going to the light.
As soon as I see he's awake, I hold my head and then turn over, see our new friend Silmire, and I'm going to charge over to him and just kind of jump up in the air, kind of like grab his shoulders and try to rock him awake.
Whoa, okay. Hi there.
You're awake!
Yes.
Oh, okay. Everyone's alive. Everyone's alive. Okay.
The sun
down.
seems like it's in a different position.
It is. I think the whole night went. Look over to the Harbinger Hammer. Are there still ghosts out?
You don't see any ghosts out in the
Okay.
daylight.
They leave when the day comes.
Did you all have visions?
Yes.
Yeah, I had a dream.
Well, I guess they were all kind of different, it sounds like.
Do Do you think
Is
there
that
are
the
visions
past
of the future or the past? Yeah, that's what I was
I don't
thinking.
know. I haven't heard.
I mean, I haven't heard a story
know.
that fits the narrative I saw, so I would assume
Yeah,
the future.
has Jin heard of any history about lights activating in the valley before?
No.
Okay.
Can we see the relative position of the light on this side of the mountains? Like, could we kind of point at it and say that's kind of where it was coming from?
The lights that you saw.
Mm-hmm.
You make a. It's not difficult. You can tell that most of them. The one you recognize for sure was coming off the top of the everlasting peak.
Right.
Um,
And then Dragon's Keep Peak, right?
no,
Oh, okay.
so the other ones were in the dark forest,
Mm-hmm.
where the gnomes live. There was one out in the middle of the lake, so probably near Freeholm.
Okay.
And then
Maybe
one
the islands.
in the northern area, which was kind of in between the swamp lands and
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
and the
okay.
plains.
Or do we know anything
That's Dublin
significant
territory.
about any of those places? Do they mean anything to anyone?
Do they mean anything to me?
The
Other than Dark Forest with Sully might have a connection with that. Somehow.
yeah, so Sully would have a connection to
and
that.
then being from Freeholm, the area near Freeholm, am I familiar with it? Is it a landmark? Is it a place in the lake that people talk about?
Yeah, so that would be the one that you guys are most familiar with,
Uh-huh.
and you know that there is a large tower that the capital is built around, and it's usually been used as it's just the capital building.
But it predates the settlement?
It's old, yeah. It predates so you hadn't really thought about it before because everything seems old there, right? But,
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And it just seems like part of the landscape.
Yeah,
And that would be like
you probably never noticed before, but the Capitol building is built around this big. They're using it now for like a bell tower, probably
Yeah.
something like that, or a
Mhm.
watchtower.
It'd be similar to going
Yeah.
to like Italy and trying to decide how old the building that you just walked
Exactly.
in is. You don't have. I mean, it could be last year. It could be 400 years old.
5
That's crazy.
centuries
Yep.
earlier than everything else.
And it
right?
has resemblances maybe to, say, this tower?
Oh, that's a good question.
Now that you think about it, it is arched at the top, but again, you always thought of it as a watchtower.
Yeah.
Would you have taken would any of you like taken a touristy trip up to the top or anything like that?
Maybe
Good one.
not
Solely
necessarily
doesn't know
touristy,
about
but
it.
more like adolescent hijinks. If
Okay.
there was a way to climb the tower,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
climbing the water tower in your town in the Midwest, or something
Sure.
like that. Yeah, that would be
I
my
don't think my
exposure.
character's been there.
Yeah.
Probably not.
So yeah, it's old and it's, at the top it's flat and opened up with big archways and a big flat circular stone pattern in the middle. You don't remember a big like watchtower beam
Not like this.
Yeah.
like this, but
I would have been to
but
the-
thinking it back on it,
the
like the
peak.
the arches were the same,
Okay.
and it is octagonal.
Okay.
Same like this.
So it's
Yeah.
actually, which is odd for
Yeah.
a tower. Usually they're either round or.
Would there be a similar tower that Sully would know of in the Dark Forest? Or, because I don't know, is there any type of architecture in that area
There's
like
not.
that? There's not?
There's not.
That I'm aware of?
What Sully would know about, though, would be the great tree that's in
Of
the
course,
heart
the
of the
great
forest,
tree.
right?
Yeah.
And that would be the biggest, tallest thing he would be aware of.
Okay.
And anything at the peak, I would have been there quite a few times.
Up at the peak, there is a monument that was set up in honor of this after this.
Probably for the dragonfly.
Yeah,
Right?
like what people thought it. I mean, people associated it with the silver dragon's
Mhm.
pilgrimage across the land. But Jin would know that it's actually been there
Much older than
much
that.
older than that, much longer than that.
Gotcha.
And then if you've ever traveled up in the northern part is where a lot of the healing potions and stuff are made
Mhm.
from the swamps that are up there, swamp water healing potions. And so I don't know if it's just how it worked out.
Hey,
Absolutely.
You know, people say kombucha is good for you. I mean,
Yeah.
You know,
If
search
people
out the
drink
right,
it,
the
yeah.
right bacteria. It works. It works.
Yep. So if Silmar's ever traveled up there, there are a lot of old cities that have kind of been taken over by the swamp.
So there could be
Okay.
There could be.
ruins.
I don't
ruins and
think
stuff like
Silmeyer would have personally gone there. He's probably heard stories of other people who've gone up there.
that. Yeah, imagine like Osgiliath in the Lord of the Rings, right? Just as old cities that are too close to the river and just kind of been taken over by the swamp. and
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, some places like that were fought over eons ago.
Is there any legend of a city that was lost that we like a name or anything like that? Any of us would know?
Yeah, I bet there is. I don't have a name for it,
Okay,
but
that's fine.
yeah.
Silioth?
Oscillioth.
Full of
but
random name generator.
that was an area
It
in
was home to the orcs.
that was fought over with the orcs
Yeah.
during the orc wars and stuff, right? That's where a lot of these areas
Okay.
and cities got lost in was during the orc wars.
So we
of the
can
Second Age.
reasonably say the giant tree, or ancient tree, what do we call it?
The Great Tree.
The great tree. And then you said at the peak, what was the landmark?
The monument.
There's
The
a monument.
Dragonflight Monument.
The Dragonflight Monument, and then the
Unofficially.
tower, obviously, of Freeholm. And then somewhere. So, what are the significance of those 4 places? Anyone?
Well,
I don't know.
when at the tail end, we all saw those lights, I guess.
Mhm.
Yes.
Did you guys
I
see
saw
that
lights.
one wasn't shining?
Which one was not shining? I saw 4 lights.
Wait, now I'm scared. Well, I saw 4 lights, but then there were only 3. Like one of them went out.
Which one?
It was like I
Was
saw.
that in the general description? If it was, I missed it.
it was not.
It was not.
Okay.
I don't know. I just saw that
What direction was it in?
southwest. I think
The
southwest. Yeah, I guess so.
It was the light near the peak?
I
Or
wonder.
what would have been near the peak?
I didn't see that, but I got the distinct feeling that something. I know we've been talking about how the dragons are coming from the east, but I've got a dark feeling that something else is coming from the west. I don't like this.
So okay. What I remember was that there were the 4 lights right in Acroa, and I think we all saw those. But yeah, then all of a sudden I think I was starting to wake up, but I looked around and I thought you guys were all dying. And I was getting scared. But then like Marty kind of grabbed me and shook me somewhat awake, but then I saw there were only 3 lights in Acroa. But there were 4 lights over in this, and they'll gesture to the other direction, which
Oh.
is in this other land.
Mhm.
Interesting.
You see Kelvin over by the windows looking off to the east as well.
As well.
And he turns around and says, what vision did you have?
I just saw
I
4
assu- I
other.
assumed we were
So
looking
you
at a crow.
so you saw 4 lights on Acroa's side, and then an additional 4 lights on the.
Well, I saw the 4 original lights that I think we all saw, but then I only saw 3 lights in Acroa.
So one of them
and
went
4 over
down.
there. There was one that wasn't. I don't know.
You know which one it was?
I think it was kind of in
The
that.
planet
I'll
line.
point to the southwest, like that direction.
In Acroa, the south.
In Acroa,
So
yeah.
it would have been the Great Tree,
Um,
or would it have
From-
been the monument?
yeah, from the email, I think it was the spire on the mountain. Is that right, or was it the one in the forest?
If you were, so you saw all of this from the vantage point of
right.
being in the tower you're in right
Uh-huh.
now.
So it's
right?
hard to discern, especially when I don't have like a.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I've got a
exactly in
map.
that direction.
Yeah.
But
And so
can't
if you
just
were
pull
to
up
point
Google
out,
Maps.
if you were to point out the window, so read what you saw exactly.
Sure.
I don't remember exactly what I.
The battle with the Black Dragon is almost heard more than seen, but you can sense the people around you like great telepathic silhouettes. They're dying. When you think all is lost, you can hear Mardi Gras in your mind. It draws your attention to the top of the wall. From the top of the wall to the valley, where you see a glimmer of light join through the darkness. 3 beacons of light you saw before have turned and shine on the tower of the wall. They are joined by 4 from the east, but where is the last beam from the southwest?
Oh, so there's 8
Oh.
in total.
Right.
You saw 3
And
new
their
ones.
beams actually shining
I saw
at this
4 now.
tower.
Yeah,
as
so you
a
see them
focal
shining
point.
at the tower,
Oh.
and if you were to point out from where you're at, like if you were to point out the direction that you didn't see the
Uh-huh.
light missing from, it would take you almost directly south. And
Okay.
So
that-
if I
in
orient
that case,
myself,
that would be
The-
towards the dark forest.
Yeah.
and if I orient myself through each one of these windows, am I generally pointing in the direction of the 4 landmarks I know?
hmm
on that side of the tower.
Yeah.
So each face of this octagonal tower faces another point.
Oh my gosh.
Surrounded, and I
Gotta
don't
sit
like
down
it.
and rock again.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm tired of having visions. Oh, I'm scared.
So, okay,
I'm scared.
so it's a
You get used to it, don't
possibility
worry.
then that we were shown that missing light to understand that maybe there's something dysfunctional there. And you know there's something dysfunctional there, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, how bad is it? We don't really know, so we can only ask you.
I walk up over to Suthraga and just tap him on the shoulder. Is he cognizant enough to answer a question?
Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, these always make me so hungry. And he
This is
starts
true.
walking back towards the ladder.
I'll go over to Soli and try and help console him a little bit. It's gonna be okay.
yeah.
What exactly did
Visions
you see?
sometimes
Suthraga, I'd be
are
interested in your
possible
take
futures.
on this whole
Not
situation. And did you have a
Exactly
vision?
what's going to happen.
He said, the same I always see, the end of the world. But this time, I saw you there.
And what did we do?
It's the end of the world.
I feel
So
we
we
all saw
died
something
there.
that's incredibly in media res. Did you see an end to it?
He doesn't recognize, I don't remember any lights.
You didn't see
Oh,
that
no
part of
lights
it?
at all. Well, I saw more of like a time of peace and rebuilding after it seems where our visions seem to diverge.
So you did see it.
And I
Yeah.
think I had the
Sure
shortest
did.
vision. I have the same vision right up until the landing of what I thought was a dragon, and then was maybe a woman.
What?
And the last thing that she said is, "Sister, what have you done?"
To who?
I don't remember that
To me.
part.
Now,
Well, sister,
the
he's to
dragon
me in my
didn't,
dream.
so the dragon didn't see that. That was a more
Oh.
familiar voice.
Okay.
One that, I don't know if you've ever heard Timora ever speak to you before,
I would imagine that
But,
potentially.
but that would have been her
It was
voice.
her voice.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. So it was her voice that invaded on the. So it says, the black shadow descends, you squint your eyes, and instead of a dragon, it almost looks like a human with dark black wings. So just like a woman
Yes.
with dark black wings. You hear a voice whisper in your ear, "Sister, what have you done?"
Is Tamora a dragon?
Not to my knowledge.
She is not. How much have you been studying? Is it a lot of when Timora chose you,
Yeah.
right? Did you spend a lot of time studying her, or was it
No, actually, very
is it-
little. It's
is it
more
pursue it and then study it later?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like just help
What,
people out.
what
That's
movie? What
really-
movie line is that from?
I don't know. Who's that?
That's a Princess Bride.
Oh, Chris.
So you've studied sword fighting
Yeah,
for these
yeah,
last
yeah.
20 years. Well, pursue it first and study it later.
And that's really what it is. I'm learning on the job, basically. So,
Nice. Yeah, sure.
in fact, for a while, I wasn't even sure that I was serving anything different. Just doing what felt right.
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 I kind of feel that a little bit. Just kind of, you don't really know what's going to happen. Just
Right.
kind of get that inkling.
And then, then things continue to build. And in fact, I don't even know if I'm ready for all of this.
That's about where I'm at. Okay, so I guess your goddess came and was speaking to a sister?
Yes. But could it be a sister as in a sister of gods, as they're all sisters
Oh.
and siblings of some kind?
This is true.
Oh, okay.
Although I follow a deity, I don't have as much religious training as others. So actually how things work, I don't get it.
Tamara is typically a mother more than a sister.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is all terrible.
So would I have any knowledge of Timora's sister
Um,
and what that would mean if it was Timora that had said that from her point of view?
it's up to you. Like how much is Eddie? You tell me how much
On
Eddie
the
knows
book
about
part
Timora.
of things, not at all.
Okay. Then no. You don't even need to ask
Yeah.
Lady Sylvana or find somebody, find a library or a temple.
Would my character by
That's
chance
true.
know anything, or probably
Yeah,
not?
make a religion check.
Okay.
You actually come from a temple-y background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
if I had an
religious
acolyte
culture.
background, that would be different,
Yeah.
but it's ancient.
Plus religion, where's that? 20.
Oh, all
Dirty
right.
20.
You know that Timora does have a twin sister, Beshaba, who is the chaotic,
that's
evil,
right.
intermediate deity of accidents, bad luck, misfortune, random mischief.
And they actually
That's
used to be
incredibly
combined.
They were combined
Sorry,
into
I just
one.
netted
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
That's right, they did. Okay,
So-
I forgot about that.
And what is their like symbols? Like, are they light and dark side of the moon?
Timora is a coin, and Beshaba's symbol is like some antlers that are all curled up or whatever.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
And it's
But that's why you
some
use
dark,
the coin.
dark
thing.
antlers.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's why I use it.
You know, that's the thing I never got about like dark gods is like they have all these terrible signs. Like who would like coin, like a flipping coin or dark curled antlers? And it just seems like an obvious choice.
Wait, who would worship a goddess of misfortune?
Somebody who wishes it on
Yeah,
others.
exactly. Someone who
Typically,
wishes
you're
to
not
direct it
going
on
to those
others.
gods to put it on yourself.
Yeah.
You're trying to do it to others.
I am become pariah. It's like, wait,
So she delights in cursing others, often causing seafarers to lose their navigational instincts, stuff like that. And her, she demands worship to keep her own bad luck at bay.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that makes
So her
sense.
worshippers would be sacrificing things to her to
Yeah, they would be cursing other people in order to keep her own.
keep her ire from them.
Yes.
So we just need people to stop worshiping her. Right?
So, Bashaba's tokens, have we seen those before now that we've been educated by Silmeyer?
I was gonna say, I don't think I ever have.
They are. You may have come across some dark antlers, some corrupted in different inns or
In-
taverns or something like that.
In
that you're like, oh.
either the Harbingers stuff that we've seen or any of the kind contact that we've had, did we see that iconography anywhere?
Definitely not in the Harbingers, but I think you probably do remember some pair of antlers hung up in that big kind tent that you were in.
Okay.
Ooh.
Would I have recognized anything of this Civ symbiology?
You would know her by a different name.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
what is the name that you know her by?
I immediately make that connection.
Okay.
Azana.
How do you spell it?
A-Z-A-N-A.
That's okay. That's great. Out of curiosity, if I take out that kind mastercrafted knife that the leader had on him, there's no iconography of antlers or anything else engraved on it.
Shoot, I think it's bone and not antler, right?
Yes, the hilt
Yeah.
itself was made
Yeah,
out of
It
bone.
was bone.
Okay, I think it was.
We won't retro that, but no, there's not.
I
Oh
comfortably.
no, it was cursed though, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So
was
what
awesome.
do you
Keeping
know
those
of
hard
Azana's, right? If Bashaba and Azana are one and the same.
Unfortunately, shockingly little.
No,
It's
no,
one
it's
of my-
okay.
One
That's
of my
fine.
biggest regrets that I spent more than 15 years with them, but
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there. This all seems like a lot.
it is.
I say we just go tell Lady Sabana and we walk away. Just gonna throw that out there so that
doesn't
someone
sound like
says
too
it.
bad of an option.
I know that kind of sounds like best case scenario to me. Something's wrong with my home, but I mean we already knew that. So
This feels like too many problems to handle at once, that's for certain.
So perhaps telling other people they can help solve some of these problems.
Division of labor is a good idea in this case, I think.
yeah, great. Okay, so go give it all to Lady Savannah. Drag this oaf over, and I'll gesture towards our
Is he headed
great
down?
prophet friend.
He was trying to.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's hungry.
Drag this oaf over to her and go take a vacation somewhere.
I don't know about taking a vacation, but I definitely think it would be useful to talk to Lady Silvana with this information. Don't you guys
Should we
think?
take a nap here before we head out?
Well, yeah, so we had 10 to 12 hours pass, but we're still in the same rest status as we were.
Yeah,
Before.
you can be fully rested. That's
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
Then never mind.
I get some hit dice back. That's nice.
Well, I'm willing to follow you since what I was looking for is not actually at this tower.
Are you sure? Did we check everywhere? Do you want me to check around real fast?
It would have been
I'm
a
really
little
good at
more
finding
obvious,
things,
I
and I
think.
would love to distract myself.
Sure. I mean, hopefully no spirits pop up.
So you, Silmire actually recognizes that part from his vision where
The water
bowl that he
basin.
saw. You recognize the basin sitting on top of this box slash altar. There's an indentation that was where that bowl that you saw in your vision was sitting in.
But it's not there anymore.
But it's not there now.
Oh. Was it like gently removed, forcibly removed, anything like that? Just kind of
Gently removed, I would say. It doesn't look like they
Interesting.
ripped it out. It was an indentation with some carvings on it and such. And so I don't know, did you share your vision with everyone?
Yeah,
I didn't say a lot of
the-
details about it.
Okay.
I just said there was rebuilding involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was the bowl he described being used to rejuvenate people, seemingly like with ease as they would drink from it.
Oh, so this is a good thing.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
should be searching for this.
Any idea where it went?
No idea.
Go figure.
Oh, I got it.
These visions are great. What?
Suthraga pipes up. Oh yeah, that was delicious water.
Oh, well, where was
Oh,
that?
do you have the bowl?
Well, not on me. Pats his side.
Do you know where the bowl is?
I think it's in my old storage cabinet.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Where is
It's
where?
probably under the. No. No, it's in the other cabinet.
Why do you
he's using
ruin
it for his
everything?
plans.
Why do you just like take all of the joy and just decide to throw it away?
Is it something you'd be okay with me taking or having?
Well, I mean, I do like the water.
Hey, the world's ending,
When
so
you
nothing
say it
matters,
was in your
right?
cabinet, what cabinet? Like where?
At my home,
Yeah, which is I wasn't sure where you're from.
he has a.
Where do you hail from?
They kind of keep him away. So let's say just outside of.
The city down below.
Yeah, why can't I come up with
Yeah,
the name out of the top of my head?
Well,
Leagate, yeah.
Leagate.
Thank you.
Yep.
He has an estate. It's a little place outside of Leagate.
Admittedly, this is the easiest thing that's happened to us so far.
Oh. I mean, I wasn't looking for this item in particular, but I think I could do a lot of good with it.
Yeah, true.
What item are you looking for?
It's gosh darn it, I'm doing what I did last time. I'm now mixing it up with the other word.
Was it the cornucopia?
Cornucopia, yeah. I always want to say Capricorn, like it's not the same thing. Cornucopia.
It was
Cap-
a terrible
it's a-
villain from this book
It's a
that I read, and he
magical
came to life.
cornucopia
And
that I think would synergize perfectly with the effects of this bowl. With
I'm
being
gonna
able to
immediately
food
start
and
looking
water.
around for a cornucopia somewhere on the floor.
Oh, you don't
Like
s-
inspecting
Yeah.
every single tile. Like, is it false tile? No, it's not.
Its name is
Brian
officially
Willow.
the Capricorn.
Capricornopia.
Capricornopia.
Capricornopia, that's great.
Oh, that's going to be even worse for me.
Yeah, I'm not saying
It's
that.
just a big horn with a bunch of crabs that will come out of it all the time.
It's a crab and cornucopia. Nice.
They're delicious.
That is the
crabs,
best
though.
meal, corn and crab.
That's what Sully's doing. He's just looking around for something. That
Yeah,
he
so
knows
in the
isn't
tower,
there.
is there any frescoes, iconography? Is there any information, writing,
Yeah.
and all this stuff?
There are some very old symbols, and you're welcome to jot them down and do some research on them.
Okay.
You see pictures of other towers, rough icons of other towers. Below or above, like on a keystone of the arches above every window,
Mhm.
you see just a symbol of another tower.
Okay.
Um,
That we're assuming represents potentially the location.
from
And it-
from Sully's vision, yeah.
Well, and from my own knowledge of what the one in Freeholm looks like, does it have any is there any marking that goes, oh yeah, that's like it has a triangle window or something like that, like an icon that I would recognize off that tower so that we could make a correlation to others, or no?
Not specifically, but as you're
Okay.
looking out that window, though, you can almost imagine that you see Free Home.
From that window?
Yeah, off in the
Just
distance.
have to make a really, really good perception check, and then you can see
Pull
miles.
Well,
out
I
your
have
nice
really good
spyglass.
I need my unlimited dark vision.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there are various religious symbols, and you do see a symbol of Shantia and a symbol of Timora
Yeah.
in here as well,
Okay.
along this altar that's in the center.
Any
of it.
other gods
And
that are
several others. as
several
well.
others?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
kind of, are they all what we would consider in the kind of good aligned group?
Yes, from what
Okay.
from what
Considered.
Samara would know, yeah, yes.
Interesting. Now that I've heard the name or connected the name Azana, do I see any Sieve iconography on this tower?
No.
No. Okay. That makes sense. They would've
I can't lift
adopted
up
it.
this tile.
It's good
Kelvin,
down.
Kelvin, can you lift up this tile? I think it's under here.
You also see several that you don't recognize as well.
Okay.
Though. So let's say there's 8 of them.
8
Because
we
that's
do
a
not
nice,
recognize.
it's a nice number.
Yeah.
So you
It's a great
recognize 4 of them, but you also see 4 that you don't recognize.
Okay.
I guess I would have the symbol of Tamara on my astrolabe. Is one of them hers? The 7-pointed star.
No,
Okay.
no.
Gotcha.
All right. Anything else we want to look at in the tower? I mean, there's nothing else we found. His
You
investigation.
have found no other
no
secret
cornucopias.
cornucopias
Or secret
or
Capricorns.
tiles that you pull up.
I
Or secret
continue
Capricorn
searching until the
is
party decides to
Capricorn.
leave.
Copied.
And-
yeah, that's
yeah.
hard.
No, I think I could find it if I just looked a little longer. But if we want to go, that's fine too.
It's okay. I don't think it's here, but I appreciate you helping.
But we do need to go get this bowl that you
Yeah.
need, and we need to talk to Lady Sylvana. So, and we need to get
Yeah.
Suthraga. Lady. He needs to be with her
Where is Lady
Yes.
Savannah at?
in her castle.
They both
Oh,
talk so
okay.
cryptically. They belong with each other.
Yeah.
They really do.
She will
Yes,
be able to
okay.
babysit him, I believe.
Do we know how to get back to the Dragon's Keep from here?
You
Like, What do
do.
we need to do?
She didn't fly you down, right? You guys.
No,
hiked down?
Kelvin. Yeah.
Kelvin brought you down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, he can get you back up there.
What do we want to do first?
Well, you said the
Savannah's
bowl is
kind of
close
on the
by,
way, right? Well, I don't know which is closer.
The Dragon's Keep would be closer.
Would be closer
Yeah.
to us,
Let's
right?
do that then. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But the city that Suthraga is from is not close by, or
It is, but it's just farther than Dragon's Keep.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
okay.
It's at the very base of the mountain.
And we're already up in the mountains.
Ah.
So.
Yeah. And we might be able to meet with Lene as well and see if, since time has passed, see if she has any more information for us.
Yeah, if I switch roll 20 over to the map,
We could also give her.
Well, I don't think I've ever been on this side of the
Research.
mountain, so this will be a new adventure for
Yeah,
me.
so his estate is down by Lee Gate somewhere,
Okay.
and then Dragon's Keep is just. I mean, it looks far away, but this is like just vertical up the mountain.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
And let me see. Hopefully we don't have to send a message to Lady Sylvana to get rid of the fog. If the fog is still there.
All right. Kelvin follows along with you. He seems a little quieter than usual, though. He
Hey,
takes in
is
all of
he-
your descriptions of the.
But he hasn't
visions
related
that you
his
saw.
own vision.
Only that he says that I think I saw something different, and I don't know what I saw.
Like completely different, or just the end different, like the rest of us?
He says I saw other creatures and other things fighting the dragons.
What kind of creatures? Like stuff you know?
I saw cat people and bird people and horse people and
Meet bird people?
and giants.
All kinds
They
of
were
other
fighting
races.
the dragons, huh?
From the east.
As a group?
On the top of the wall.
Oh, on the top of the
Oh.
wall. Okay.
Bird people.
Which direction did they come from?
I think I came from over there, and points off to the east.
Okay.
Well, the lands no one else has ever seen. You might have seen it.
Good potential allies to invest in.
Mm-hmm.
If it is a vision of the future.
Hopefully they're friendly.
Well, for someone
and
else
easy
to invest in.
persuade. Or somebody
Like
else.
Leda
yeah.
Sylvana.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not us, though, because I mean, we're just a bunch of.
Somebody a little more charismatic than myself.
All right, you guys head off to back up to
Sweet.
Dragon's Keep.
Sweet. Sully will ride the entire way back on Marty, and will actually pull out that tome that he snagged from Lady Savannah's library that he hasn't had a chance to read yet, and just on the way up, like, open it up and mentally read it to Marty,
Okay.
just so that he doesn't have to go through it alone, and we'll just read that book.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Let's drop some back in here.
This is quite the beautiful keep.
Oh, crap. We keep doing this, guys. Lady Sylvana stayed secret for like so long, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
no, he can't. He wouldn't be able to find a path. Only Kelvin can go up our way.
That's true. Listen, bud. You're
That's
never
from
allowed to
Princess Bride
snitch
too.
about this. Never allowed to snitch about this path we're taking, okay?
Oh, okay. Doesn't exist.
Nope.
What? Yep. Nope.
I mean, I'm a terrible liar, but I'll try to not bring it up ever.
You.
Well, Kelvin takes you up more of what's not a path necessarily, and seems to trailblaze up the hill. Often just wandering off on some deer trail and then back to another, and then continually just climbing up and up.
Nice.
And after a half day's hike, you guys arrive at the keep as it's rising up above you. I think I have a picture of that too. I'll put that one up.
Yeah.
Bloop. Doop-a-doop-boo. It's so pretty.
And as I'm walking, because I had gotten cartography tools, but I'm not using them now. But just for out of practice, because I've never used them before, I want to see how effectively I can remember these kind of things.
Oh, okay.
It was an 8. So
All right.
I've got some practice to do.
As you get closer, the fog and the clouds roll in and come in just below you, and you're no longer able to manage to see where you're going as much anymore.
Kind of like,
Lady Sylvana is waiting for you in the courtyard. I can switch over to that. That's fine.
yeah.
It's Lady Sylvana right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now.
And she is reading through several books that are stacked up next to her as she's sitting on a bench in the courtyard. And Lene and Tommel in tow, like Tommel's coming in carrying like a whole stack of another set of books and stuff that Lene is located for her.
About Blackthorn.
This is true.
I just hope we don't say anything.
Um,
He won't ask. He won't bring it up, right?
I don't have anything to say.
Perfect. You will do great.
I don't know about Blackthorn either.
I go over to Tommel.
That's actually kind of why I was worried about adding you to the group, because the last guy we added left really fast.
That's a great way to say it.
I like that.
That's good. That's really good.
And
Yeah. Just decided to go home or something.
Pretty much. I saw a dragon and thought, this is my last day. So,
Well, the dragon thought that.
Dragon did not think that, but that was his mistake.
Yeah.
Poor chap.
Yeah, actually, the first thing I do is walk over to Tommel and just pat him on the shoulder and wait.
They
for
were
him
they
to
were
respond.
cousins, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember
So,
exactly
yeah.
if it was cousins or brothers.
I think it was cousins.
Cousins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I will say, Lady Sylvana, we've brought someone you may want to speak with, and point out Suthraga.
I should hope you brought more than that. And she slams the book closed.
I'm here too.
Yes, we also
Just
brought
two.
Silmire as well.
What have you done?
We don't know.
Point at Suthraga, what he did.
It is true, he did it.
And she says, beacon lights are shining that haven't shone in millennia.
They are?
What are they for? What are the beacon lights for?
More than
Oh,
one?
no.
They all fired up
All of them?
briefly
Oh,
and then faded away.
okay.
And what were those beacons for? We didn't even know there were beacons that we could have lit.
We were a little indisposed.
She
seeing things.
she waves a book in her hand. She says, "That's what I'm trying to find out."
Oh.
It appears, though, that they call that they are meant to call everyone together, and I do mean everyone. And she tosses this book aside and grabs another one.
Oh.
And that's bad, good, you're not sure yet?
She looks over at Suthraga and says, "This is your fault, isn't it?"
Yeah.
And
it's-
he says, "It's the same thing I've been telling everyone since we started." I think his voice has changed more Eeyore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
okay.
It suits him. It suits him.
It
It
does.
does, yeah.
Because he is. I've been a soothsayer for 1,000 years, soothsaying the same thing.
Yeah.
Whatever it's been. It's like,
And no one has been sooth-hearing. That's true. He is. Who's that Greek figure who Aphrodite curses to always tell the future, but no one will ever believe her?
No, don't know.
I don't
Dang
remember.
it, I don't know that one.
Of
That
the
sounds
many
awesome.
Aphrodite curses I know, that's not one of them.
No, you don't want to get cursed by Aphrodite ever.
I just don't want to be cursed ever, but yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Suthraga was just like, hey, I'm going to turn this wheel. And we're like, hey, we don't turn the wheel. And all of a sudden he did. And all of a sudden there was a slide. And then all of a sudden we saw a bunch of stuff.
yeah, and we each had a vision, and I described the vision in its entirety as I saw it. But I said my recollection where I stop, where this is where our commonality ends,
Uh-huh.
and the rest of the story goes like this for me, and each one of us have a different ending.
She gestures to Lene and says, "Bring me everything on Beshaba. Cross-reference it to the tower." And Lene grabs Tommel and they run back off.
Bye, Lene.
Oh, and Azana as she runs off.
And Azana.
Seems like Lene's really in her element here.
It's true.
She's doing library stuff.
Seems like a nice place.
Oh, Cassandra is her name.
Lady Sylvana, this is Silmire.
She predicted
He's
the
a
fall of
nice
Troy,
guy.
No one believed her.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lady Sylvana, this is Silmire. He's a nice guy. He didn't do anything bad, and he did some good things that were good. So we just brought him along too, because we have some stuff to do for him in return for his help and assistance.
Lady Sylvana greets you and asks if you are from the... Shoot, I don't have your history up.
I don't either. I can't remember the names I came up with on the random name generator.
There you go.
I should pull that up too real quick.
Oh, I've got it here. And... Oh, you didn't name it.
Oh, yeah, it's at the very beginning.
Oh, Nel Unarith.
Yeah, no, Unaret.
She gestures at your holy symbol and asks if you hail from Nel Unarith.
I do.
Then you are most welcome here.
Well, thank you.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Whew. That's a good ending, bud. That's a nice.
And for Lady Sylvana's sake, actually do a minor illusion of the glyphs of surrounding the device that activated, and just say, Suthraga activated this, and this is what gave us our visions and no doubt activated the beacons at the same time. I don't know if you've ever seen something like this, or how the hammer is connected to all of them all at once.
She says, I've been in the tower.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mess with anything there. And gestures over at Suthraga, or glances at his direction, and he just shrugs. But my friend Suthraga has told me many times what he's seen. But I warned him ages ago not to activate the beacons again. Just for this reason. And she pulls another book out, one that she's been reading, and she says, everything says that this will bring about the last battle that will bring everyone together. Do you really think that everyone's ready for that?
Suthraga, what the heck?
We stopped it just so you would start it?
It's been so long.
You're like, oh, this terrible thing's gonna happen because I'm gonna cause it. Is that all you want?
When you've been around as long as I have, you learn that you can't just put things off all the time.
Well, I'm a third of the way there, and you can wait another 10 years.
So you're just trying to help this thing along. Tired of waiting?
I think it's time. I saw more. I saw you there. I never saw you there before.
Okay. Well, hooray for that.
Hopefully that's a good thing.
Well,
Did we last there?
Yes. Did we make a difference? Did we change the outcome of your
No,
vision?
I don't want to know that. No,
I do.
You don't need to answer that. Legally,
Yes.
you're under no compulsion to
The
answer.
other thing you learn when you've been around as long as I have is never tell people their own future. That never ends up well either.
Okay.
Well, you've been doing it for so long, you
Wait,
would know.
yeah, I mean, isn't predicting the end of the world telling everybody their own future?
You just make sure you tell your mom you love her.
I punch him. Like that right there. I just slug him as hard as I can.
I'll go stand between. Hold on. Let's not jump to anything crazy here.
Yeah.
He reels back.
Never meet your heroes, right?
See what I mean? Never tell anybody their future.
Don't you do that again.
So, Lady Sylvana and Suthraga, what is the next step? What needs to happen?
She.
What needs to
So
not
you wrote down the symbols and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll share those with her as best
All right.
to describe them and
Yeah.
the four symbols we do not know, the four unknown gods.
Yes. She says it's been some time, but these four are from the other side of the wall. And I haven't visited there in a while, but perhaps I should again. But my role has been to watch over this valley.
Is there someone else watching over that land?
Oh, that doesn't have the names in it. This one does. We didn't name we did not get that far yet in our world creation yet.
It's fine.
So we'll name
We're getting those names now. Okay.
True.
We are told them.
So we'll go to my random name generator.
Nice.
But are they all good or all bad? Those
She's-
four.
They are good.
Okay, so there are 8 good aligned deities.
Yes. But she's speaking of her counterpart on the other
On
side
the other
of the
side,
mountains.
yeah, the protector of the other realm.
That's a good word for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Eastern realm.
Oh, is it, would this have relation to Jen?
Yeah, but I don't think we named that.
Oh, if it's that dragon, I did. And
Did we?
yeah.
I don't have it in here. I've got an evil minotaur. I've got Sidra, who's Aarakocra. I've got water genasi and fire genasi.
Yep.
And oh, there it is. Xanadus.
Xanadus.
Okay, you did
Nice.
name him.
Xanadus is one of the gods?
No, Xanadus is
sorry.
her counterpart
Oh, her
counterpart,
counterpart.
on the other side of
And I just kind
the
of
mountains.
stare at her for a minute because had she ever told me before?
No,
No.
no, she would never bring it up.
You copied down those 4 symbols of the other gods, right?
Yes.
Looking at them, after hearing Kelvin mention bird people, I'm just curious. Looking at them, are there any like avian-looking symbols of deity?
Yes. I guess it'd be there's a winged deity there.
What? Take a mental note of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feather wings, not like bat wings.
And
Hopefully
I,
not bad
I,
ones.
I asked Lady Sylvana, Xanadus, you never told me where he was.
He is on his own mission and tending to his own duties. But it has been some time since I have seen him.
Right. Any idea what he's doing now?
I do not know. And he is probably just, if he is doing his duty though, he's probably just as concerned about all of this as I am.
True.
She also learns about so as she hears about the vision, you see that she's taking notes down. And then when Kelvin tells her about his part of the vision, she says that it is certainly time that I visit over there and see what is happening, and that would bring all of the denizens of that realm here to a place that they have sworn never to come to. Not sworn never to come to. That they have been, what is it? They're afraid to come up. Like they're.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! What was it? Like the mountains were like cursed or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys corrupted those mountains a couple times.
Yeah.
This is true.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there was a lot more corruption going on in this version than there was last time.
True.
The dark half.
Yes.
We still have a little bit of that to do. I don't
Yeah, we still need to finish that up, and
finish
we'll talk
corrupting
about
it.
that in a
Corruption.
minute.
Yeah. No,
But
all my points are going to corruption.
oh, good. But she mentions that these are the gods of the people of the other realm.
Okay.
And there are creatures there that are created from how would she describe them? Creatures there that are very unlike the people and the civilization that you would recognize. They grew up in and came from a much more harsh and difficult place.
So you're talking like people that share traits with animals, like wings, like birds or something, or
Correct.
yeah,
Like,
nothing really crazy like hairless cats, though, right? Like nothing like that.
Why wouldn't that be?
I don't know. Just
Oh.
came to mind.
creatures with wings? Like,
Yes, the
ones that
Aarakocra.
talk? What are they called?
The Aarakocra.
Oh my gosh. And they're not like mini gods or anything? They're like just normal
They're
people?
just regular people, as normal as any of you. Their society is as normal to them as yours is to you,
But they have bird features.
including the hairless
Bird
cats who
calentures. They don't have feet.
enjoy the
What
water.
Tamora, would you?
Talent
Or,
service.
I'm sorry,
Thank you
Sophie,
for placing
would you happen to have?
She says, "Come with me to my library. I think
Okay,
there's
sure.
a map."
Let's go to the map. And as we're walking, I asked her, "Do you have any religious incense or chalks and things that I might be able to purchase from you?"
Certainly.
I just have.
You're welcome to them.
Okay. Then
I also have some incense if we ever need.
Oh,
just
do
so
you?
know.
Okay.
But in case we part ways,
I'd like to pick up from her about 100 gold pieces worth of incense and chalk.
Okay.
I need for some other things, so I'm just going to put that on my inventory.
She's happy to donate it to you.
Oh, just donate it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask her if she by chance knows anything of this cornucopia.
The Capricornicopia.
The Capricorn.
It's got to keep going.
The Corna Capricornica.
No cap.
She.
Yeah.
Let's see. She knows of it. She knows a lot of stuff, but she does not know where it is. Just that Shantia's artifacts have been lost to the world for generations and for eons, but are yes very powerful and wishes you luck in finding them.
If you have any
And-
books or anything that I could use as reference that you'd be willing to part with, I would appreciate that. Anything that I could try and delve through while we're traveling.
She says to you, yes, speak to Lady Lene, and she will see what we have.
All right, then I'll do that.
I just upgraded her.
Yeah, I was going
Standing.
to say.
There you go.
My goodness. Lady.
We'll see if she's still watching.
Yeah. And as everyone's heading to the library, I turn to Tomo and say, I tried to save him.
The Goliath grunts and says that we all go on the path that we are meant to go on. And Blackthorn walked his well.
If you need to, you can find his body in the water at the base of the hammer, the back of the hammer.
His mortal body means nothing to my people. It can lay where he left it.
That's probably pretty good.
That's fair.
I never expected Goliath to be so emotionally mature, but that's pretty impressive.
They're a little callous towards, not callous towards death. They're a little, yeah.
Acquainted with.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, they're acquainted. It happens.
Yep.
Sully doesn't go in the library and said he's going to chill out by on the grass in the lawn. He's going to hunker down, try to hide in one of the bushes, and continue reading that book until he finishes it, because he just got to the good part and now he's invested.
Yes. You see many things in there from Sidra and her adventures, and the good part being the part where she comes up on the gnomes and
Yep.
lives with them for several decades.
Yeah.
And then you read about how she took pity on one in particular and wanted to help them out in some trouble they were having, and the book takes a little turn towards the tragic at that point.
Yeah.
When she realizes that the gift that she talks about the gift that she gave them becoming a curse, and how she regrets the not knowing what it would turn them into. That's what she says.
Right. Okay.
So in the library, she's taking to us?
Yeah, so she brings up a big map
Okay.
And describes to you in general, the world on the other side of the mountain range.
Hey, Jim, didn't I see you messing around with some cartographer's tools? Maybe you could draw us a quick copy?
If I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's any detail I can add about the back of the hammer to the map,
Okay.
I can give that a shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll
Guidance I
kind
need.
of touch you
guidance.
and little guidance.
That's
Let
my-
Timora.
that's my shaky hand.
Shame it doesn't stack.
I know, right?
And I will also aid you
Okay.
if they can do both.
Let me see if I can bring up the.
That's a good one. So what would that roll be, I guess?
Would you roll
just
17?
just a roll for
It
the
would be a tool, so it'd probably be your intelligence plus proficiency if you're proficient in that tool.
intelligence. Okay, well, I'm not.
Okay.
So
You're not proficient
just
in
a
cartographer's tools?
flat 20.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
still great. That's still great.
Yeah. A good
Um,
first whack at it.
We've got a bunch of. I mean, this is the ugly one that we're still working on, but I'll put this up. Let's see. Okay. That's on Twitch right now, but you guys can't see it. Anyway, she shows you the map, and you're able to point out the lake that is the back of the wall, and how it makes this big giant lake up in the mountains. She said, I don't. Again, it's been hundreds of years since I've been there and spoken to, or it's been hundreds of years since I visited, but from the things that I have learned from Xanadus and from speaking to him, much of this land is controlled by several genasi, who are elemental creatures of fire and earth and water. The Goliaths are here closest to the mountains, but they hold them as sacred and will not and fear going up into them. Tommel and Blackthorn are the only two that I know that come up, and they go through, from what I understand, weeks of religious rites before they will even make the trip up into the mountains. And the rest live here on this peninsula, and she marks out with her finger. And then, what else would she point out? Kelvin points up to the corner, up to a big mountain up in the corner, and says, "What's this? I saw this. While you all were flying over Acroa in your vision, I started here," and he traces a line from there down to the wall. And she said, "I don't know what they call that any longer, but it was a giant volcano, a giant volcanic mountain, rich in minerals and energy that some of the fire genasi would work in."
I tell Lady
I guess it's only been
Silvana-
dozens of years since she's been over there.
Yeah.
Not
I
hundreds.
tell her about Icewind in particular, and just ask, have you had any chance to speak with that creature?
No, it's interesting that he kept himself secret in any of my trips to the wall.
Was he only destroying lesser beings, leaving you and those that are more powerful to move at will? Because Suthraga, you got knocked off multiple times by the dragon, right? You got chased away by Icewind a bunch of times?
So Suthraga, his first trip up there was actually before. It was so long ago that it was before the dragons were watching over it, and his most recent trip, in my mind, was also just before then.
Okay.
And he hasn't. He's been so old, and it's
been there
been so hard
since.
for him to get up there. I think that he was again, just finally done with it. So he says, it's been ages since I've been up there. I only went up there now because I finally got sick and tired of all these harbingers coming back to me lately. I told them to leave me alone, and if they didn't, that we'd finish this once and for all. And still they kept coming. All this talk about Dragonborn and things. I'm done with it. I'm done with it all.
Wow. Sully would punch him if he was there.
What have they told you of the Dragonborn?
He says that some nincompoops, he speaks terribly of all of these
All of his
cultists.
followers.
Yeah. So help me come up with some other nice epithets that he might use for them. But he calls them idiots or nincompoops or morons.
Gravel-sucking
Blind.
beardlings.
Yeah.
Something like that.
They're the worst. They're just the worst.
Mouth breathers.
Yeah. Oh, the mouth breathers is a good one too.
Yeah. So I guess I mentioned
they-
to...
Once they found this red dragonborn, they kept coming and wouldn't leave me alone. I don't care anything about that. That's nothing to do with what I told them. Of course, I guess I told their grandparents, but still, nothing to do with it.
Right.
I told their grandparents millions and millions of times.
Well, now unfortunately it has a lot to do with it. I don't know if he's seen the Dragonborn kids yet, running around the halls.
Dang, yeah, they. I guess a couple of them will be out there, but he didn't pay him any attention.
No.
He's honestly he's confounded that.
Red Dragonborn?
What about him?
Oh, was it green? It was
yeah.
green. The
Okay,
first
just
one-
wanted to make sure
Sorry.
that there was.
Oh,
Okay.
my bad. The second one you
No
came
worries.
across was red. First one was green, though.
Cool.
You're right.
Yep.
You're right. He.
I was like, did we miss one?
No. He's still out there.
And I guess I mentioned to Lady Slavana, do you know anything of the habits of white dragons in particular? I know many dragons hoard treasure, but I don't know if this one in particular would have at the bottom of the lake.
He would have imagined that he would have kept anything that he found valuable. The people that he dispatched over the years.
Because that tower is full of their souls, and I don't know how they might be released. Even the dragon himself was taken by the tower.
I have seen the spirits that you speak of, and they seem to be tied to the tower itself at this point.
So, Sutharaga, exactly what were you trying to start anyway? You keep saying you wanted to end and you wanted to be over. So what were you trying to start?
I figured that if the dragons were really returning, might as well. That I guess he wasn't there to start. He thought I wasn't there to start it. I just thought they would be there already.
Oh, so you were hoping. Okay. But obviously, since you went up there expecting it could be this time, you don't have any idea when the fulfillment of this is going to be. Is there any foretelling?
I was such a young man when I first climbed the wall and found the tower and turned on that visionary light. It seems like nothing has mattered in my life since I saw that.
Although I do mention...
What was your
to-
question?
What were you trying to start? And if
Oh.
you and what is the culmination of this? What are we expecting? What is this calamity you have foretold?
You've seen it now. I've shown it to you.
Yeah, it
And-
comes in as images as large, dark creatures landing and destroying. But when, where, how? Is there a way to defer it? Can we slow this down?
It's,
Can we stop it?
It's time to see
According to
what's on the
Iceman,
other
we
side
have
of that. That's
29
that
years
vision
to
has
go.
been my wall for 1,000 years, and I'm ready to see what's on the other side of it.
I do mention to Lady Sylvana, Icewind did say less than a month. I don't know why he made that specific. I don't know if you know of the identities of any of these dragons that might be on the way.
She thinks for a moment. I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave. I'll seek out Xanadus and find out what happened. Kelvin, you'll come with me.
Okay.
If I can't return immediately, you're the only one that can get back fast enough.
Okay.
And it
And,
seems like, it seems like you have some connection to what's over there.
And what would you have us do in the time being?
Did you tell her about? Sully, did you tell her about your dream? Your vision?
No, I don't think I got the chance.
Okay. She sends, find the meaning of these beacons, and she looks at Suthraga and he goes,
Okay. Okay.
if the beacons are new to even this old one, then they might be key to what is coming.
Okay. I'll
So which beacon is nearest?
Well, I wait until Sylvana leaves, and then Eddie's going to get out the chalk, then his newly acquired chalk and incense,
Okay.
and he's going to draw an octagonal shape around himself,
Okay.
and then on each one I'll draw the symbols for each one of the gods pointing in the correct direction. I'm going to burn the incense that's required, and I'm going to take the next 10 minutes to ritually cast divination.
Nice.
And when I do so, I will ask Timora which of these locations would give us the information we need to make a decision.
Okay. Are you doing this with where Sully's at? Because Sully stayed outside.
Yeah, I would have waited till Lady Sylvana, because I want the
Oh, so
group
after-
together.
after she
she leaves with Kelvin,
Yeah,
I want
okay.
the group
Yeah.
together so that they
All
can
right.
experience and witness, especially Jin and
Okay.
Silmire, so that they can be witness to this. Because it does say, I'm going to read the spell's description, okay?
Where's your? Oh, is it not on your spells list? It's a
Yeah, it
ritual,
is.
huh?
It's a ritual.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah, it's just my height. It's my
Yep, I gotcha.
4th level.
I wanted to bring it up for the stream.
For the stream,
Read it.
okay.
Nice.
Yep.
So it does say that activity to occur within the next 7 days. The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase or a cryptic rhyme or an omen.
Cryptic rhymes. Nice.
Well, I mean, you don't have to make it a cryptic rhyme. In fact, the more plain, in my opinion, I don't know about anyone else.
We accept
For
limericks,
not me.
haikus.
Anybody want a peanut?
That'll be one of the 4.
And if there's any way I can help with my also holy magic to help get a more clear answer, I'll try
Okay.
and
Nice.
help with the incense and the symbols and all that stuff. Guidance.
Yeah, please,
Nice.
I'll take it.
All right.
I don't know if there's dice roll involved.
Guidance
with the
for
spell.
divination. Yeah.
Yep. There isn't. It's entirely up to the dungeon master.
Just aesthetic
The
then,
game master.
guidance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, I just want to make sure. So you're doing this as soon as Sylvana and Kelvin leave the library.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I'm not there, but that's fine.
No. I
after
gathered
she
the
leaves
group
the
together.
the castle.
Oh.
So
We have to go dig through bushes to find him. He hid
Sylvana and
himself.
Kelvin.
Well, it's not that hard.
Kelvin grabs his pack, and Sylvana basically just grabs him by the collar and drags him out and into the courtyard, where she transforms into her dragon form, and then Kelvin climbs up onto her back and she says, "I will return before whatever this calamity is."
You didn't say she was a dragon.
Oh,
Yeah, no, at this point, I'm like, she's a dragon.
How much bigger is she than Icewind, for example?
She would be bigger than Icewind by
1.5 times.
yeah,
maybe?
like if Icewind was a young adult,
Mhm.
she would be a mid-adult
Gotcha.
dragon. So
Should
They
have
were
had
still-
her
they're
help
still-
take out that dragon.
It would have been, it would have been a lot nicer. It would have been easy.
No, oaths and promises and whatnot.
As soon as I hear like the dragon form coming out and her talking to them, Sully pops his head out of the bush. What? What? No! Don't leave us! Kelvin!
I'll return, I promise.
Kelvin! No!
And they,
Ah!
she leaps into the sky.
What are we gonna do in combat?
It's okay. I found the spell that works the best.
He left me alone with 3 clerics.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. I found Sacred Flame. It works the best.
The sacred flame.
It's my dragon killer. It did more damage to the
It
dragon
really
than
did.
anything else.
I'll double up on that with you then.
It was crazy. It really did. It
Yep.
did more damage than I just
You were
happened to
rolling
roll
max
that.
damage on that.
I rolled it
so much.
twice or 3 times, and he
Yeah.
kept failing the dex saves.
Great.
Didn't even make any sense, but it was all I could do. So.
Well, I mean, it was fiery, and it's
Yeah,
an
sure.
ice dragon, so sure, why not?
Yeah.
But yes, it was hilarious. That and I could not roll a 4 to save my life to recharge that.
I'm glad. If you'd have recharged the breath, we would have all.
I honestly rolled them every single time.
Yeah.
Every round I rolled it just to
Because
see.
I could not. I could have taken maybe 1, but that would have been it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and
No.
Jared was telling me that Kelvin was
Kelvin
ready
and
to
us
go.
both.
He was like, if Kelvin has to go, then he has to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd love to fight a red dragon that has like a dex-based breath attack. That would be
be nice.
great
That would be
because I
good.
just got this cool thing called evasion.
There you go.
It's true.
Ice was not good.
Okay. You draw out your little map of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
You ask a single question concerning and now for a truthful reply.
And the
then
question
if
was
you cast it again, then I have a
Then-
25% chance to just lie to you if I want to.
right, exactly. So I'm just
Okay.
going to do the one time.
All right.
And the question I ask is: would any of these locations help us make a decision for the situation that we have occurring now? And if so, which one would it be?
Yes.
You toss your coin up in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and it lands on the ground, spinning and rolling and spiraling around you in a big circle, and stops on the south.
I try to blow it like just as quickly as I can.
Please tell me it lands on edge, resting on top of the south.
It,
I love that.
Sure.
Okay.
It gets stuck in a crack right there.
Oh, interference! Interference.
I think that's pretty clear.
I think it's pretty clear it's interference.
very
The
obvious.
crack in the ground, the cobblestone. Can't trust it.
So,
So what's south of here?
Nothing south of here.
it's Sully's homeland that he's going to direct us to, so that we can
That,
find
dark
the
forest
ancient
area?
tree.
I don't know. It has been so long.
Do you know how to get to the tree?
I think we need Kelvin to be able to get to the tree.
Do we need to wait for Kelvin?
We're probably gonna have to wait for Kelvin to come back.
What do you think, Jim?
I don't know that area.
I don't believe I know that area.
We could hire a guide, though.
No, we should hire a guide. We can
I'm
just.
sure there's plenty of guides in.
Did
I'll
so Lady
watch it.
I'll
Savannah
watch,
give us
yeah.
any inkling of her return time?
No, in fact, like
Before it all goes down.
the fact that so what she said was that if I can't make it back in time, I know Kelvin can get back fastest over the mountains, and so like she seemed. She seemed a little like you haven't known her for years or whatever, right? But
Mhm.
you wouldn't imagine a dragon to speak with such uncertainty about their fate
Yeah.
as she was kind of putting out right there.
She's never spoken of Xanadus like this before.
I'm sure she'll be fine. I mean, we just gotta wait for her to come back.
That's
And
the
she
question.
can. She can fly
do
us
we,
there.
Do we go now, Or do we wait for her to return? I could also...
We could always also go get that water base.
Oh, that's right.
I'm
Actually,
sorry.
that's kind of on the way, and you need that first, so we could start with that.
Well, it's not a need. It's just it would be very helpful to have for future events.
Sure,
so.
yeah. Yes? So, does that ripping off Suthraga sound a little better for you than going to see the great tree? Yeah, you'd rather do that? Okay. Well, let's at least go to that point, and then we can I could do some sending to Lady Sylvana, find out how far away she is, and that kind of thing. Okay. Because here's the thing. I mean, eventually we're going to have to go home for you. And if your vision was correct, it seems that the darkening of the tree to the south is an issue that we need to fix.
It's an issue. Doesn't mean we have to fix it though.
Well,
I mean,
no, you're correct. But
'cause-
I'm a curious person. So,
And we have a lot of light with us. I think we can have.
and Timora's pretty clear as I pick up my coin out of that crack that it's like stopped in. I'm not always correct about what she says, but about this I'm certain.
If anything, Tobias will be able to help us as well with finding people who can help us,
help us what?
guide us
Into
where we need to be.
I don't think.
hey,
'Cause-
have you ever heard of what do they call it when you try to push a fear on someone that they have a phobia of? What do they call that? Like where you try to push yourself. If you have a fear of heights, well then
Yeah,
you go
you
up somewhere
face it.
high and
Yeah.
you face it.
Exposure
right?
therapy.
Exposure therapy.
Exposure
That's what we need is a little exposure therapy. And when was the last time you were in the forest? That's what I
That
thought.
forest?
Yeah. Hey, Sully, you beat a dragon with only me and this dude to help you out.
And I was unconscious for most of it.
Wait, no,
I mean-
no.
Yeah.
No.
You can face anything that's in that forest. I'm certain of it. Your skills have gotten quite prestigious. I've been impressed.
He willingly threw himself off a 200-foot tower.
Oh, that's right.
That is impressive. To live and tell the tale.
Yeah.
Well, I had a potion that.
he did have a potion.
Okay.
We'll find potions on the way to help us get there.
So let's. I would say our next thing is then to go down to Leagate and let's try to find this thing. Let's just leave Suthraga here.
Oh, you're just gonna leave him here?
Yeah, I don't see. It's a
Wait,
safe
so
place
we're
for him to
just
be.
gonna
He can't get
Sure.
out. He's too
Take
old
it,
and dumb.
like-
Tom will take care of it.
Yeah, Tom will just make sure
He
she stays
seems
here.
dumb, but
Right, no, he's tired. No, I'm not done. But just tired.
Yes.
Like he'd be totally
Yes.
cool to chill here if as long as he can
he
get
is
some food.
he
and
is
whatnot.
ready to chill.
Yeah, for sure. And stay away from. Yeah, and I tell him, hey, yeah, none of your obnoxious followers could ever find you up here. This might be a really
This is
good
true.
deal for you.
His eyes get a little wide at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm gonna
But-
make sure he's
I think
okay if
you're
I
right.
just take the item. I'm gonna ask him like, is it okay if
True.
we just take the item when we
Yeah,
go visit?
in
Okay.
the yellow cabinet. I mean, you'll still need the.
I mean, they're all yellow, but no, I'm just kidding.
We'll still need what?
You'll still need the water, of course.
Where's the water?
Where did I get the water from? But it's yours if you want it.
Yeah, but we kind of do need to know where you got the water from. Like, where do you get the water for the bowl? Do you know where you get the water for the bowl?
I'm not. This wasn't
Was
the
it
artifact I was originally looking for.
To the
so.
north? No.
Was it in the swamp?
To the
by
south.
chance?
To the north? No.
Or was it to the south
can
of
go
the
north.
forest?
No. If we have to go north for the water, that would be great. I mean,
Perhaps if
can
we
do that.
find somebody more specialized, they could try and identify and learn more about it.
True.
I don't know if you have that ability with.
I'm not
sorcery
sure. Is there
magic.
would it be a spring of some kind where this water would originate?
It was a spring.
Aha, there it is.
And are you familiar with the legendary spring in
I'm not.
Acroa?
Just a guess.
It must have been in the swamp, right? I mean, springs are from the swamp, so.
Sometimes they could be.
Sometimes they do spring.
Was it a
water
mountain
like that.
spring or a like where? Like describe. Imagine yourself near the place and then describe what you see on the horizon. Suthraga. Like, was it mountains?
Fields.
There were rabbits.
Not the rabbits. No, that's why we can't go to the dark
So
forest.
that sounds.
Because there's rabbits there.
So rabbits. are one of the gods that we are
You got attacked by a
are to
bunch of
the
undead
east?
rabbits
Would
one
they
time.
be would they be aligned with rabbit type folk, forest folk, maybe?
Just the.
The rabbits, or no? Or is he
No,
talking? Or is she
no.
talking? He's talking about the rabbits in the forest.
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah, because they
Yeah.
control the rabid rabbits, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's. I mean, the spring is also. We're kind of. I mean, I feel like
All the
Who-
signs
like,
point
yeah,
south.
all the signs point south. After we stop by and pick up the bowl of Suthragas, would you mind writing us a note real quick that it's cool that we take that bowl? Would that be all right with you? I get him a pen and.
In case anybody questions us, just walking
I mean,
into his
yeah, I'm
house.
just saying. Clearly, no one knows us.
Yeah, your
Or do you want
servants
us to
kinda
write it
fell
and
off
you
the
just
counter.
sign it?
I got a couple other tricks in my sleeve too. That would be easiest.
He signs a note. Please let my friend Eddie have that
Perfect.
old bronze bowl.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
You'll
Thank
find
you.
in the
That,
second
well, and
yellow
this
shelf
is just
to the left.
insurance, and I just take it, fold it up, and put it in my tuck it in my
Erase
armor.
bronze bowl and replace it with whatever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Take
Okay.
my entire house.
Real fast. I'm just gonna timidly walk over to Suthraga. I'm sorry for punching you.
If you call it a punch, and then he punches you back.
A hearty for
Ow! Okay.
Is this the way you guys always are?
No, just
Okay.
Suthraga, I just gotta know, was that a targeted comment, or were you just saying something to say something?
He gets a far off look in his eyes, and he says, "It's important to tell your mother that you love her."
When was the last time you saw your mother?
We'll see. And we'll end there tonight.
Do you know where your mother is? Maybe not. No. Yes. Okay. We'll see. I like
It's
it.
not good. I mean, it's going to be awesome, but it's
Okay.
not good.
All right.
If I'm remembering everything correctly, I need to go back and.
I think I'm remembering it all correctly too.
You on good terms with your mother?
He has never spoken of her.
No.
Like, I'm seriously just going off of memory stuff. If I'm.
No,
Okay.
no, that was a comment.
Yeah. All right. Good deal.
That was a comment.
It's just a way to make a fun story for Sully by putting him through emotional trauma.
Hey, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm glad that story lends.
No, you
I
took
feel like
Calvin
that's
away
so
from me
lame
before I have to
because
go back home.
You have no safety net
I
either.
don't have Calvin anymore.
Yes. So, Kelvin did want to try out a different character. So, so he's off for a bit, and we have this opportunity to explore a couple of new things as well. And so I think what I'd like to do in splitting the party is just split the story and do some East Side episodes, some West Side episodes.
Oh.
And so if you guys want to come up with some new characters
Awesome.
that Kelvin might run into on
Okay.
the other side of the wall, I think it would be fun to have
Some non-clerics or some more clerics.
or something else.
I'm gonna play cleric.
Yes.
Go for it.
And
Shake
so
it up in your
as
paladins.
I don't think just a one shot necessarily, like Kelvin's Great Adventures on the other side of the mountains, but
Yeah.
but maybe a 2 or 3 shot kind of
Yeah.
thing
Okay.
for a couple times, and we'll explore what's happening over there.
And do we need
Awesome.
characters ready by next session?
No, not by
Okay.
next session.
Okay. Okay.
No, we'll. So next week we've got Mike in, and we will do your grand adventure around Suthraga's compound next time.
It will
I'm
be
excited.
Good. It's okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can look a lot like Suthraga.
There you
so
go.
if
That's
you
true.
guys can look a lot like
And-
cultists.
and
then
And you can probably
And
talk
the
a lot
other
like him
three-
now too.
yeah, I've spent a bit of
All
time.
you gotta
on
do
it.
is just keep insulting everybody who runs across.
One's a Suthraga and the other
Get outta
three
here.
are invisible.
Oh, nice.
I'll be okay.
So we'll
with
do
being
that.
Name you dummy 1 or dummy 2. I can't remember.
Well, W1 fell off the tower and W2
Actually, if you're gone next week, then we'll save that for the week after you.
Well,
get back. But
I
if
should.
you're here, then great.
I will let you know by tomorrow.
Good deal.
Whether or not I'm going to be here.
Yes,
okay.
Because it's high likelihood I'm not going.
Okay.
And then we leveled up to level 10
No.
after this session, is that right? No?
I
You
heard
just
12.
barely made it to 7. You
just got to
7. We'll get you to 10, I promise.
But there was a
I
dragon
just
and
want
a
to be
vision in
8.
there.
Because 8 is when I can start divine smiting.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
If you're catching us later on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Do that thing.
If
where
you
they say,
dare.
If you dare.
Yeah.
Or don't. I don't care.
Do it.
But I do care. But I don't care. I care that you like me. You really like me.
The dichotomy of man.
It is, right? All right. If you're catching us on YouTube, though, I'm glad that you watched all the way through. And if you'd like to join us, send an email to dragonskeeptv@gmail.com, and that'll get to me. All right. Thanks, everybody. And we're excited for next week. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, black sheep, have you any wool?
The mic's still on.
Oh!